the most thematically complex and controversial fantasy story I have ever read, and that is none other than Clive Barker's A Magica.
And boy, what a book it is. I mean, look at the size of it.
Beautiful book.
Difficult book to really describe. But what we have here is the Imagica. And the Imagica is all of existence. And the Imagica is split into 5 dominions. Now, these dominions are parallel worlds. And I mean that in the literal sense, to where they have their own inhabitants and flora and fauna, and kind of what we expect in a fantasy story. However, they're also parallel in a metaphysical sense, in the way that they influence our characters as they're there and kind of change their motivations and their perspectives on how they interact with one another and the world around them. Now, 4 of these dominions are reconciled, which means they are intertwined, they are connected. You can quite easily travel between them. Where they begin and end isn't necessarily clear, but doesn't necessarily matter for the story. Now, the 5th dominion is where we reside, on Earth. Now, Earth is not reconciled with the other 4. And even though there's been attempts in the past to do so, it is being prevented by the primary villain of this story. And the villain is none other than God. And God, under the name Hypexamendios, has, for a slew of different malevolent reasons, to where he's trying to prevent the unification of both heaven and earth.
All of that and all of this and all that artwork, that's definitely something.